Hello and welcome to Day of the Devs, a digital showcase of the best of independent games, brought to you by Double Fine and IAM8Bit. We've been putting on the show for 9 years, believe it or not, usually in person here in San Francisco. People can come for free and meet developers and play great games and listen to music and have a great time together. And we can't wait to get back to that, but until we can, we're going to still keep bringing games to you so you can check them out via this magical digital medium that we have here. We put out the call for submissions and people from around the world sent in their games, and in fact this year was a record number of submissions. So Day of the Devs is bigger than ever, and the games are really good. And we've picked the best ones to show you here today. I want to thank our generous sponsors for their contributions because we really couldn't have done this without their help. So thanks to them. I always get so inspired when I see this collection of games because the talent and inspiration and creativity on display just makes me really excited to be part of this art form and industry, both to make games and to play them. And I just feel really excited afterwards. So I hope you do too. So please enjoy Day of the Devs.
So y'all probably know Axiom Verge. It's a very popular Metroidvania, came out now 6 years ago, believe it or not. And ever since, Tom Happ, the original creator, has been working on a sequel, which we're about to show you here. I think you'll be surprised and excited if you're a fan of the original. He's doing some interesting new things here, so please enjoy.
Hello, I'm Tom Happ. I'm really excited to share with you some new details about Axiom Verge 2. Axiom Verge 2 plays a bit different from the original game. Whereas the main character, Trace, used a projectile-based weapon in the first game, Indra's combat style is primarily melee. But brute strength isn't Indra's primary weapon. It is a contest of mind over matter, brains over brawn. Indra's ability to hack enemies and alter their behavior gives her a strong advantage no matter how formidable the enemy. In Axiom Verge 2, it will be possible to complete the game without fighting any of the bosses. I've talked to many people who love exploring the world of Sudra in Axiom Verge, only to get stuck at a boss they just couldn't get past, and that ended the game experience for them. For players out there who love a good boss fight, they're there for you and will be rewarded for your efforts. But if you prefer to run right past them and keep exploring, that's a completely valid way of experiencing Axiom Verge 2. Axiom Verge 2 will be here before you know it, and I'm looking forward to seeing everyone discover all of the mysteries it has to offer. Oh, and one more thing. In addition to PC and Switch, we're excited to announce Axiom Verge 2 is also coming to PlayStation 4 and 5.
I just can't even with this next game. It's so delightful. It's pure glee in a game brought to you by the gang at something we made out of Sweden. It's called Toem. It has the best art style and is just pure happiness. Try not to smile.
Hello,
Hejsan.
my name is Nicholas,
And I'm Lucas.
and we are Something We Made. And we're excited today to show our game called Toem. You play as an amateur photographer on a journey to see the magical phenomenon known as Toem. But first, you need to get there by bus. And to earn your bus rides, you need to help the various quirky characters found in the different regions. The Photographing Guild will challenge your photographic skills with specific challenges. As you stroll along various locales, you'll run into puzzles that will have you using different tools. There's a lot to see and photograph in Toem. And many friends to meet along the way. We ourselves are based in a super small town called Karlshamn, which is pretty calm and tranquil. We want to try to capture that inside the game, to hopefully make you feel at peace and content while playing Toem. Hopefully you have a great time playing Toem, and we can't wait to see your photos. Don't forget to wishlist on Steam.
That's what he said.
Our next game pits you against your friends to run the fastest time through a series of dungeons. This is Phantom Abyss from Team Weeby and Devolver Digital.
Hi, I'm Ben Marinin from Team Weeby, and I'm the lead designer on Phantom Abyss. In Phantom Abyss, the goal is to grab a relic buried deep within a procedurally generated temple. However, you only get one shot, and if you die, you never get to try that temple again. Phantom Abyss is an asynchronous multiplayer game. where temples are filled with the phantoms, previous players who tried a temple before you and died. Eventually, when someone claims the relic, they'll seal off that temple, meaning only one person in the world will ever beat a specific temple. Players are equipped with a whip, which they can use to climb obstacles and interact with the world around them. Phantoms also interact with the world, which can be used both to your advantage and disadvantage, so be careful. As players delve deeper into a temple, they become hunted by that temple's guardian. Guardians are incredibly powerful beings that will stop at nothing to prevent you from claiming a relic. There are many different types of whips that players can use in the game, which have their own strengths and weaknesses. You can also spend coins during a run to receive powerful blessings. The game's scheduled to be entering early access on Steam very soon, and I can't wait for everyone to enter this world as they start making phantoms and claiming relics. I hope you enjoy it.
Our next title is a heartwarming tale of fruits, fungi and frogs. It's all about a little grape who is tasked with caretaking their island home and protecting it from invasive rot. Much like my own gardening experience out here, this is a game of questing, combat, cultivation and building a community of pals. This is Garden Story.
Hey everyone, my name's Will Lewis. I'm a co-founder of Rose City Games, and we are publishing Garden Story. Garden Story is being developed by our friend Pico Graham, with music by our friend Graham Nesbitt. There's a lot to do in Garden Story. It's combat, exploration, management, where you're constantly learning about new characters and about parts of the island that you're kind of helping put back together. moving between the seasonal villages of your island. You take on a lot of requests and challenges to help your community and discover a history between the characters and what's been going on there recently. There's this omnipresent, mysterious enemy called the Rot that's been popping up in force, and it's your job as the island's new guardian to take it on, even though you are the youngest greenling there. It's so fun to explore the really charming and chill elements of the game. There's really just a lot to discover. A lot of mystery mixed in with the gameplay, and a lot of really great atmosphere with how the art and the music comes together. The combination of some of Garden Story's more classic game inspiration with that chilled out, bright art and music style is really special to us. It's really easy to jump in and feel good about living in the world. The art and animation, music and sound effects bring something really, really new while making sure that you are comfortable in the game and feel right at home, despite all the new challenges in front of Little Guardian Concord. We can't wait to see you in the Grove when Garden Story comes out this summer.
Whether you've been trying to perfect sourdough or just get through all the piles of panic bought pasta you've accumulated, quite a few of us have spent a bit of time in the kitchen this past year. This next game aims to take your real-life cooking abilities to the next level, whether you're a seasoned chef or a culinary catastrophe. It's a super chill cooking sim that specifically explores the fascinating world of Philippine, Korean, and Japanese cuisines. Sit back and allow us to nourish your senses. This is Soup Pot.
I'm Gwen Foster from Chicken Club, and we're a collective of game developers making a game called Soup Pot. Soup Pot is a chaotic and chill cooking simulator that allows players to discover more than 100 different recipes from different regions, all of which can be accessed in a social media app called Cookbook.
Teka lang, where's my recipe? Recipe, take me back my energy. Energy, ito yung bawang na I cannot see. I cannot see, manghalo to sa delicacy. Delicacy.
What makes our game unique is that there are no fail states. We wanted players to be able to learn and fail and have fun with cooking. Cooking has always been part of many games, but has rarely been the central mechanic. For Soup Pot, we work with chefs and cooks to make sure that the recipes in-game you could also make in real life. For the first time, we are showing that Soup Pot is just not limited to dishes that can be made with cooking pots. You can also grill and skewer.
Kalma lang yung fire pre, baka masunog yun. Ano bang susunod, adi mo ba alam yun? Take a look na lang sa recipe sa karton. Don't you worry now, here cooking this is so clear. Mix mo lang with everything, busog yag until next year.
At Chicken Club, we love games like Overcooked, Cooking Simulator, Hot Pot for 1, Tenba, and Moonglow Bay. We hope that our game makes you love cooking just as much as we do.
Next game comes from Glitchy's studio in France. This is a musical story. It's a beautiful adventure game that trades in dialogue trees for rhythm-based gameplay.
Hello everyone, I'm Charles Bardin, game designer and co-composer at the French video game company Glitchy Studio, and the game we're going to show you today is called A Musical Story.
Did we make it? Where am I? Wait, who am I? Am I dreaming? I can hear music. Yeah, I know this. This is my band. This is our music. This was our dream.
In a musical story, you play music to unlock memories. The game is set against a 70s backdrop with influences from Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin or Jimi Hendrix, and tells the story of Gabriel, a young musician trying to come to terms with his situation through the connections to his musical memory. Gabriel and his friends decide to participate in the legendary Pinewood Festival. Gabriel will experience friendship, love, but also very hard times as he struggles with addiction. The entire story is told without using a single word. The gameplay is very different from any musical game you know, as there's no visual playhead on screen. Everything is based on your ability to listen to the music and understand it, making it a very organic and rewarding experience. We and our friends at Digirati have put hearts and souls searching for the best possible balance between fun gameplay mechanics and a meaningful and soulful story. We really hope you'll enjoy the game when it releases later this year on Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, iOS and PC, and we are super excited to tell you that a free demo is available to download on Steam right now. Have a good day everyone!
Video games are such a beautiful medium because you can literally make them out of anything. Developer Kong Orange, who made the criminally underrated Felix the Reaper, are back with a painstakingly nuanced and super hyper detailed stop-motion experience called Vocabulantis. And while stop-motion is nothing new to games, their POV and perspective here is something really special, and it's still a few years out, but we're pretty pumped for it.
My name is Johan Oettinger, and I am the stop-motion part of Vocabulantis.
I'll need a word with the word Führer. His stupid interjection army is
destroying Vocabulantis and my speaker scope. What did my speaker scope ever do to... Wait. The elevator is coming. This could be useful. Yes. Airplane. The humans will find me here. I need the most up here. Yes. Clever.
I've made stop motion since I was a child and I do it professionally now, but ever since the Neverhood came out in the 90s, I've dreamt of making a stop motion animated video game. But where you can control the characters, they can run and they can jump and they can grab onto things. But then it's fully stop motion animated, where the animator moves the puppet and you take a photo and the animator moves the puppet again. But to make it more interesting, we do it a little bit different. So the animator moves the puppet and we take the photo. So as you can see, each pose of the puppet is photographed several times with different light directions. And out of them, we can combine those photos into a normal map. The character running around in the 3D engine will have light information based on real light.
Oh, you decided to come back? Evil boy of no use. None of you speak. I remember now. But listen then. Now, I need your help. See that handle up there? Go pull it. If you have any questions, speak now. I thought so. Clever.
Really integrates into the handmade sets that are photogrammetried in our photogrammetry scanner over here. Let me show you. So there is a motion control that controls the camera back there, and then the same motion control controls the objects, and the camera back there takes from each position of the camera. It's around 100 photos. The software turns it into a mesh, and then we use that in the game engine. We want it to look like a stop motion film, but still we can make all the levels fun to play and interesting to play. Thank you so much for checking Vocabulantis out. I hope you liked what you see. We are looking forward to show you more.
Yes, get up now. Now show that you are worth some use at least.
Having been pretty much rooted to the spot for over a year now, the desire to jump in the car, drive off into the sunset and never look back is strong in all of us. This next game, from the creator in the car, drive off into the sunset and never look back is strong in all of us. This next game, from the creator
6 is a unique adventure that blends procedural generation and narrative in a way that has almost never been seen. You start playing as a teenager that wants to escape its country in the brink of turmoil and reach the border, which is thousands of miles away in the mountains. As you try to get closer to the border, you will come across different characters, each of them with their unique backgrounds, storylines, and very strong personalities.
Before we get much further, I should let you know that I have some anger management issues. Now you know. So, where are we headed today with Happy Taxi? Then just north it is. Now sit back and enjoy your ride with Happy Taxi.
By making those decisions along the way, you start tracing your own path to the border, and that path will be different for each player.
I saw you looking at my mags. Are you a fan of dinosaurs? I won't get angry if you aren't. What?
You will discover personalities of this country inhabitants, their backgrounds, their secrets, their trauma, and progressively, by all the decisions, you may even change the country.
Guess you forgot I had a gun! Now, get in your filthy van and find me a light.
I'm Mikey Goodman. I play Jared and many other characters on the Road 96.
I feel like having a smoke.
A lot of bad things happened in his life. He's really bitter and he's kind of taking his revenge out on everyone else.
Depending on your tastes, the destination and most importantly the path to the destination will vary from thousands of possibilities.
They helped me, played games with me, they stole my money, and they made me realize that I have to come back home, I have to make my own way, to help the brigades. Where am I? Road 13, Road 42, Road 67, Road 96.
While it's still early, developer Strafon has created something really special and unique with the Wandering Village. On paper, it's a town building sim. You go about your business, you build up your population, erect buildings, mine for resources, but it has a really rad twist.
Hello everybody, we're Claudia Beck.
Hi.
And Philomena Schwab from Strafon Studio, and we're here today to present to you our upcoming game, The Wandering Village, a city building simulation game on the back of a giant wandering creature.
Our studio is known for doing science-based games, and this one is based in biology and ecology. Visually, the game is inspired by Moebius and Studio Ghibli, and musically, it's influenced by various forms of folkloric music from all around the world. Your people will be escaping and seeking shelter from a toxic fungus. And they will find it on this giant animal they call Umbu. Traveling from biome to biome, bringing new opportunities, but also new challenges. And you're going to be communicating with the Umbu to create and build on your symbiotic relationship.
If you build this specific building, the Horn Tower, near the animal's head, so it will be able to hear you, you then get this additional view of zooming out to the animal and giving it different commands. Such as run or lay down. But the Umbu is still a wild creature, and so it may decide to listen to you, but sometimes it won't, depending on mood and your relationship with the animal. We are big fans of city builders and colony sim games in general. Don't Starve, Black and White, The Settlers, RimWorld and Vanished, and all of them inspired us. If I have to choose two games that are most similar to ours, it would be Frostpunk and Airborne Kingdom, because they not only share our genre, but they also have a unique setting and a limited building space. We're hoping to release The Wandering Village on Steam Early Access later this year in Q4. So if you liked what you saw, please consider to leave us a wish list. And if you want to stay up to date with the development of the game, come join us on Discord. Thanks for your attention. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Next up is Unbeatable from D-Cell Games, just coming off a super successful Kickstarter campaign. Oddly, it's another beautiful narrative adventure game with rhythm mechanics, but much different than a musical story, so please enjoy.
I'm Andrew Tsai.
I'm TJ Maddox.
I'm Rachel Lake.
I'm Vasily Nikolaev.
I'm Jeffrey.
I'm RJ Lake.
And we are D-Cell
Games.
We're making Unbeatable,
an anime-inspired rhythm adventure game where music is illegal
and you do crimes.
The basic setup is simple. You have two buttons, one button for up and one button for down. That framework powers everything, from fighting off monsters during a rock concert, to winning an eating competition, to playing darts.
In between that, you're going to be exploring the city, avoiding the authorities, talking to locals, finding hidden secrets, and, of course, planning out your illegal underground concerts.
In this early section of the game, Beat, that's the girl with the pink hair, and her three bandmates have just barely managed a daring escape from the local police.
They find themselves washed up on a beach on the outskirts of the city, and now need to scope out a venue and figure out where they're going to lie low and practice.
Before you go on for the big show, you're going to be finalizing the songs that you're playing.
The songs you have access to here are all based on what Beat and the band have managed to write, which is influenced by all of your decisions.
Unbeatable is a synthesis of everything we love about our favorite games with the memories that we have of watching bootleg anime as kids.
With Unbeatable, we're telling a multi-generational story about nostalgia and the ways that nostalgia objects change when viewed with different contexts. We're enormously excited for everyone to check it out when it's done.
Since that will be a bit, why not download our free demo, Unbeatable White Label, right now? You can grab it on Steam and itch, and it will let you play through a dozen songs already.
Thank you from everybody at D-Cell Games.
Our pals at Devolver Digital are back with developer Acid Nerve for Death's Door. This is the team behind Titan Souls, so if you're a fan of super challenging combat, tight boss battles, and birds with swords, you're gonna dig this one.
Hi, I'm David Fenn. I'm a producer and designer at Acid Nerve, and we're working on a game called Death's Door. It's a fantasy action-adventure set in a strange world where nothing naturally dies anymore, and this group of lazy office worker crows are in charge of maintaining some sense of order. You play as one of the crows, and your job is to venture into the outside world and reap the souls of the dead. Combat focuses on intense, fast-paced brawls, where mistakes are punished and skill is rewarded. Our background is in tight 2D pixel art action, and we've been careful to maintain the responsiveness of this style. The world is fully explorable and it's entirely handcrafted. All of the characters and enemies that you meet have memorable twisted designs as well. Death's Door has plenty of high-octane action, but it's equally about discovering the secrets of its unique setting and unravelling its mysterious story. The structure and the scope of the gameplay most closely match one of our oldest inspirations, The Legend of Zelda. You have a grim job to do, but you'll also bring hope to the weird and wonderful residents who are trying to make their way in this strange place. The setting and the circumstances are bleak, but the moment-to-moment interactions have touches of humour and positivity. It's this juxtaposition that we find so compelling, and we really hope that you do as well. If so, you can look forward to playing Death's Door when it comes out this summer. Thanks very much.
Over the last generation of games, we've seen such crazy leaps in animation, but it's not just technology leading the charge, it's artistry. Behind the Frame is a perfect example of that. It's a narrative-focused experience from a developer out of Taiwan called Silver Lining Studio, and it's got serious Ghibli vibes. Also, rumor has it during playtests, it's been known to be a tearjerker.
Hey guys, I'm Wei-Chen Len. We're a Silver Lining studio located in Taiwan. Today we're going to show you a little bit of our game, Behind the Frame.
Yeah.
Behind the Frame is a puzzle-solving, story-oriented game. The story is about a painter who is pursuing her lifelong dream to become a professional artist.
Alright.
We really want to make the game feel like anime film, so we use cel anime style to differentiate interactive objects from backgrounds. The gameplay is in first-person perspective, with several cutscenes. Which she later on will find out her apartment has some secrets that she didn't know of. Like I mentioned before, we want this game to have anime and whimsical feels, so we chose hand-paint 2D panorama environments instead of building a 3D model. story is really about love, life, and how to preserve memories. We are really excited to be part of Day of Dev. Thank you guys.
We've always felt like the mission of Day of the Devs needed to extend beyond our own bandwidth, so we always take a turn to spotlight organizations around the world that are doing good by the gaming community. One of those is Asobu. They're based in Tokyo, and they're helping indie devs in Japan make their dream projects come true.
Hi everyone, my name is Anne and I'm the manager of Asobu, a community hub for indie creators here in Tokyo.
遊ぶっていうのは何なのか。遊ぶのコンセプト自体はコミュニティを作っていく、コミュニティを醸成していくということです。今具体的にどういう活動をしているかというと、渋谷にコミュニティスペースを運営して、そこをベースとして活動をしている初期メンバーの方々が主にゲーム制作を活動をしています。
Here at Asobu, we are all about helping Japanese creators. We're trying to build a community where they can learn from each other, find friends, collaborators, promote their project by connecting them with other awesome indie communities all over the world or outlets, like today, the Day of the Dev.
すごくいろんな人々にとってはゲームを作るということがどういうことなのか割と分かりづらいことなんだと思います。それをゲーム作りはこういう人々がやっていてこういうプロセスでこういうふうにやってるそしてこういう成功を収めることができるそういうことを広くいろんな人に伝えていきたいと思っています。そんなコミュニティをクリエイターたちと一緒に作っていくことによって新しい風が吹くのかなと思っています。
But back to the end point on promoting Japanese indies, here is a few games to keep an eye on. Electhead is a unique 2D puzzle platformer being solo developed by the young creator Namatagashi. You play as a tiny robot, trying to bring back the light to the world. Electricity runs through everything you touch. Including any place you toss your robot head. Electhead is due out on Steam and itch.io later this year. Demolition Robots KK put you in control of a giant robot, how to make all the cash you can by destroying as many buildings as possible. Developed by Takaaki Ichijo, this is multiplayer mayhem with a twist. Switch viewers can influence the game by choosing items or actions on screen. Demolition Robots KK is planned for PC and console release later this year. Walk is a survival horror title from Kazumi Games. Inspired by influential games from the PlayStation 1 era, Walk takes place at dusk in an unnamed Japanese suburb. You control a defenseless schoolgirl trying to return home before dark. As she's pursued by mysterious shadow creatures. Kazumi Games is planning to launch Walk as a Kickstarter later this year. And that's all for today. Thank you so much, Day of the Dev, for having us. We're big fans and it really means a lot to be a part of this. If any of the stuff I talked about sounds interesting, please stop on our Asobu Discord or any of our events to check out and say hi. On our website, asobu.dev, we are launching a community profile section where both foreign and domestic creators and collaborators can use to find each other. And please keep an eye on our next Asobu Indie Showcase coming this September. Hope to see you there.
On its surface, our next game is a serene slice-of-life fishing RPG in a tranquil setting in 1980s Canada. Underneath the waves, there lies exciting adventure, exploration, and angling. Jump on board and join us on an epic voyage, and maybe you'll encounter the mystical monsters of Moonglow.
Hi, I'm Zach, Creative Director.
And I'm Lou, Art Director.
And we're the co-founders of Bunny Hug.
With our lovely global team, we're working on our studio's debut game, Moonglow Bay, a relaxing slice-of-life fishing RPG based on a town of people afraid to fish.
Well, Guppy, you did it. Your first catch. 40 years, and you still surprise me. I know this place seems strange. A fishing town afraid to fish. But that's why our new venture might just stay afloat. Because all those stories about the mystical monsters of Moonglow are exactly that. Stories.
Moonglow Bay is set along the eastern Canadian coastline during the 1980s. We've always admired fishing in games like Harvest Moon and Legend of the River King. However, it's very rare to see that feature as a core mechanic, let alone in an RPG. So we've really wanted to capture the magic of fishing in these games and make it the heart of our game. As you catch and cook, you'll be able to sell a variety of recipes to upgrade your shop, gear, and fishing boat, rebuilding the economy of a town on the verge of bankruptcy.
Today, we're excited to review the aquarium. This is where you can donate, preserve, and exhibit your fish while being rewarded for your efforts.
Your journey is split into 5 distinct story arcs with a fully inhabited town to traverse and the potential for grand encounters,
documenting over 100 varied aquatic species, all while uncovering the secrets of Moonglow Bay. We're also excited to share that in addition to Xbox consoles, Game Pass, and Steam, Moonglow Bay will be coming to Epic Game Store, which you can wishlist now.
This bay is full of amazing new creatures waiting to be discovered. So we'll find them and share them with the world. Together. As long as this book is by your side. So am I. Welcome home.
This next one mashes up a bunch of genres in an unexpected way, but it's oh so satisfying. It's called Loot River, and it's from a studio called Straka out of Slovakia. And they've taken super frenzied roguelike action, procedural dungeon generation, and even a bit of Tetris, and mushed it all together in a pretty fucking cool way.
Hello everyone, I'm Miro from Straka Studio. Imagine if Diablo and Tetris had a baby.
We're working on an island-shifting action roguelike coming to Xbox and PC, Loot River. In Loot River, we wanted to create a game about total player agency. With the ability to rearrange the world, you can overcome even the strongest foes. With each death, you wake up in an alternative reality. We are right now in the hub area that you can fill with useful NPCs as you progress. The hub directly connects to the sunken village. You traverse the area using wooden platforms that you can slide in any direction you want. The platforms themselves are a handy tool in combat, dodging the fast enemy attacks, splitting groups of enemies, or providing a hasty retreat. Here, we have a chest I'd like to loot. However, these guys in group would tear me to shreds. Instead, I'll make a path for them, lure them out, circle back, and get my reward unharmed. You can parry most of the enemy attacks, and after you can counterattack. Enemies get stranger as you fight your way through Loot River. Like a mage that can lock platforms together, preventing you from escaping until you defeat it. The level design is procedural, with handcrafted elements similar to Dead Cells or Spelunky. This way, we ensure the levels feel intentional and logical, with a clear way forward, while also keeping every run different. During your journey, you'll encounter many other travelers. Some of them hostile, but many still friendly. You'll encounter merchants or aspiring artists. Or perhaps vendors who can join your group and help you unlock permanent upgrades. You'll encounter beings so powerful, your entire existence is merely a small annoyance for them.
So I love when a game has an art style that looks unlike anything else. That's definitely the case with this next game. It's from a small team in Ecuador and really captures the sights and sounds of the place well. This is Despelote.
Hi, my name is Julian and I'm the main developer of Despelote alongside Sebastián Balbuena, who is in charge of the art and the music. The game is being produced by Gabe Cuzillo and Ian Berman is in charge of the sound. You play as a kid and you're sitting around in school just waiting for the day to be over because you just want to play soccer.
Ya sonó la campana, vamos. Hola.
It's 2001, and Ecuador is on the verge of qualifying to the World Cup. They have never qualified to the World Cup before, so it is a pretty big deal, and everybody is anxiously awaiting the final match.
Mira, wow, desde aquí se ve mi casa. Pero perro, lo dejo. Mira, se ve un perrito desde acá. ¿Vamos a jugar?
The country was just coming out of this big financial crisis. The idea of qualifying just gave a lot of people a lot of hope.
Ya, suelta la pelota, ya vamos a jugar. Miren, salto como el team.
You don't really play a soccer match because, to be honest, it's just way more fun to kick it around
Pásame la pelota.
and annoy the people in the park. This park is inspired by a lot of the parks I used to play in as a kid, like La Carolina in Quito.
No, perro malo. Perro malo. ¿Y ahora cómo vamos a arreglar la pelota?
Nada, disculparán a mi perrito, niños. Hijo de madre, ¿te me fuiste, Bobby?
It is full of characters just going about their day.
¿Cómo vamos a arreglar esa pelota?
We recorded these conversations in an improvisational
¿A
manner.
dónde, Wambra?
No, ¿a quién le paso?
Tu llamada hace rato. ¿Qué cuentas? Ya van a ver, con esto queda Pepa.
We really wanted to capture this community of people, and we thought that having them improvise instead of us telling them what to say just felt way more natural. They all react to the ball in unique ways, and sometimes this leads to a big narrative moment.
Ya carajo, ya, lárguense de aquí, carajo. Yo les voy a quitar la pelota. Ya carajo, ya, lárguense de aquí, carajo. Fuera, carajo.
Sebastian is doing an incredible job hand-drawing all the characters and modeling a city from pictures, from real pictures from places in Quito.
Lindísimo el día, entonces ustedes con la comidita que les doy ahora, ustedes también van a hacer fuerza y van a apoyar a Ecuador y mañana vamos a clasificar al mundial.
Basically, Despelote is a story about how soccer can impact a place and its culture. Thank you. I hope you enjoy it when we finally release it. Goodbye.
We have one last surprise. It's from developer Variable State, best known for their game Virginia, but with Last Stop, they evolved their narrative pedigree and take it into a much more supernatural territory. It's published by Annapurna Interactive, and that's worth mentioning because they've also been so kind to lend us a sneak peek at their upcoming Annapurna Interactive showcase, which is chock full of freeze frame moments, so you won't want to blink.
Don't stop!
This is crazy. We need to move him. Let's get him inside, out of sight.
Are you a human being? Like me?
Come a little closer.
You two were made for each other.
I just want my body back.
So I feel like I haven't properly explained this. Are you okay travelling to the other side of the galaxy?
I read the brief.
We're making history here, Mina. Resources, technology, culture. This is the next frontier. I'm counting on you, Mina.
All right, I'll get the job done.
Dad!
This is not your fault. If it's anyone's, it's mine.
I think I've made a terrible mistake.
If you want my help, you only have to ask.
I gave up everything.
Come on, Hughes, this is it. Don't you want to know what's on the other side?
And that's it. Thank you for joining us for Summer Games Fest and this Day of the Devs Developer Showcase.
See what I mean? Aren't you excited now to go make games or play games or to build a tree fort or something? Like, it's just so inspiring. And thank you to all the developers who submitted their games.
If you're looking to submit one of your awesome games for a future Day of the Devs, head on over to dayofthedevs.com and sign up for our email list. It's the first place we spill the beans on call for submissions, no matter what time of year it is.
Thanks to all of my co-hosts, thanks to IAM8Bit, and everybody who helped with the show.
Thank you, as always, for the generous support from our partners for making all of this possible. We could have not done this without you. PlayStation, Idea Xbox, Nintendo, Prime Gaming, and Steam. For the last 9 years, you've been on our court, and we super appreciate it. Extra special thanks to all the musicians who performed or lent their flavor to this broadcast. You made it all the more exciting and thrilling. We got Luca and Omniboy for We Are OFK. We got the incomparable Darren Korb and Ashley Barrett for yet again performing at a Day of the Devs, this time from the supergiant masterpiece Hades. We got the poet, the legend, Dose One, who lent us his beats yet again to round out the editorial of this.
Thanks for watching. Until next time, I hope we can see each other in person.
And we got one more to close you out.
Ladies and gentlemen, Scientific.
Is it falling apart? Was it already broken? Am I back at the start? Can I let all the hope in? It's a glow on my phone from a brand new vibration, and the numbers alone in a new combination. Sorry for the follow, unfollow. I'll be on my best behavior by tomorrow. Every time I cancel you, I just wanna dance, oh I just wanna dance with you. Every time I cancel you, I just wanna dance, oh I just wanna dance with you. It's a bottomless pit if I stay on the line. Took your critical hit and I walked out alive. No, I'm not coming back, at least not for a while. 'Cause we run out of lives, we've been running for miles. Sorry for the time I cancel, every time I cancel you. I just wanna dance, oh I just wanna dance with you. Every time I cancel, every time I cancel you. I just wanna dance, so I just wanna dance with you. But you don't ever leave my head. Bet you know that I'm still crying. Better not, better keep fighting. But I gotta keep trying. Let it break, let it mend slowly. Give and take, get a bit lonely. Wide awake and still standing. On the verge of tears or dancing. 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 Every time I cancel, every time I cancel you. I just wanna dance, so I just wanna dance with you. Is it falling apart? Was it already broken? Am I back at the start? Can I let all the hope in?
Day of the Devs 2021. I am Darren Korb, and this is Ashley Barrett.
Hello.
And today, we're going to sing some songs for you from Hades, the latest game from Supergiant Games. And this is actually I think it's my fourth, maybe our third time together playing Day of the Devs.
Crazy.
So, nobody's keeping track, but I'm pretty sure that's a record for the most times anybody's played Day of the Devs. I'm happy to be here, albeit virtually. Hopefully next year or the next time it'll be in person. So I'm going to do a little magic trick right now. I'm going to tune my guitar just by snapping my fingers. I'm going to snap, and then my guitar will be perfectly in tune for the next song. You ready? Here we go. See? Now my guitar's in tune, and I can play the next song. Perfect. So that last song was called Good Riddance, and this next song is called Lament of Orpheus. You ready, Ashley?
Ready, Darren.
Okay, let's do it.
Here comes my desperate plea to see my love beside me. Sunk below the mortal sea, her anchor weighs upon me. Fasten a tether unto me, that she may rise to sail free. Don't look back. Close enough, the light we can see. My doubt betrays the better of me. A glance too stern is all it would be. That anguished shade shall haunt me evermore. Come, cease, winds on me, but now the squalls upon us, we're foundering, drowning. Don't look back. Don't look back. Don't look back. Don't look back. Don't look back.
All right. Thank you very much for having us again, Day of the Devs 2021. We're happy to be here. And we just have one more song for you all today. But hope you like it. Think you'll like it. It is also from Hades, but for this one I'm going to do an even more impressive magic trick. Where I'm going to snap my fingers, and then instead of a guitar, I'll be holding an entirely different instrument. I'll be holding a bouzouki. So here we go. Ready? Oh my goodness, how did that happen? Holding an entirely different instrument now. That's amazing. Okay, this is our last song. It's a pleasure to be able to play for people, albeit virtually. Thank you for having us again. And we're going to play In the Blood.